The greatest act of courage is not to be fearless, but to embrace your fears and step forward anyway. Every step you take is a step towards becoming the amazing woman that God created you to be. And if you're stepping into this last quarter, you're a female entrepreneur trying to figure out what's next, and you need a little courage and some inspiration to keep moving forward, and maybe you're just kind of stuck in that fear of putting yourself out there with your voice and what you're trying to do with your business, well, I'd love to help you. My 6-week Speak course starts this week, October 10th. I'd love to help you just narrow down what you're doing, who you are, who you're trying to help, and actually how to do that, to believe in yourself, to put yourself out there and show up authentically. Let's do this together, okay? Grab that notebook and a cup of coffee and let's dive in. Welcome to Step Forward with Terry Mullen. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been following along for a while, welcome back, and thank you so much for being here. I'm a mom to 4 adults, a wife of 34 years, a midlife entrepreneur, and your confidence coach who transformed my own doubt into confidence to speak, write my book, start a podcast, and launch my own business. Now I empower other amazing women just like you to do the same. So lean in and learn how to crush that fear, amplify your voice, and build confidence to create your own impact and income. I'm here to encourage you and empower you every step of the way. Let's step forward. What would you do if fear wasn't in your way? What would you do if you were given 30 days to try anything that you wanted to do and you were guaranteed that you wouldn't fail? What would you choose to do? Although this may not be a reality, it is such a great question because it gives us a moment to pause and to shift our mindset. When we ask ourselves what we would do if fear wasn't an issue or any other limiting thought, it kind of changes everything, doesn't it? My goal is to help you step forward and believe in yourself and use your voice for greater impact. But first, you must let go of the fear or any other limiting belief and take courageous action. This month, we're diving into the theme of change. And today, I'd like to explore how to recalibrate, reassess, adjust, and make some necessary shifts so that you can step forward and be stronger than ever before, especially in this last quarter of the year. Many of you listening in are midlife women like me who are starting businesses and maybe doing podcasts or writing books or coaching, right? And perhaps you've had these moments where that self-doubt seems to reappear or some other limiting belief that starts to trickle in, especially anytime you are trying to make some changes. And maybe it's been a weight that you've been carrying around for far too long. Those thoughts of you're not qualified, or you don't know how to do that, or what's next, or who's going to listen to you, or why should you even make these changes, right? I'm definitely recalibrating right now, and I'm making changes to grow my business and to move forward. And I've learned that every time we embark on some kind of a change or we try to level up our business, those old limiting beliefs try to sneak in and they try to hold us back. They try to sabotage us. They're comfortable, but often those are the weights that really hold us down, and we just have to let go and drop them. The greatest act of courage is not to be fearless, but to embrace your fears and to step forward anyway. Every step forward that we take is a step forward towards the amazing woman that God created us to be. I had the incredible opportunity this week to attend Brendon Burchard's Growth Day. It was his final in-person event of the year, and it's always amazing. Brendon always delivers. He, always brings these amazing guests on, and he leads and guides us with such integrity. I leave feeling so motivated and inspired to help you as well. This event is at the Alex Theater in Glendale, California, a place that holds a very special significance in the world of creativity. It is the very theater where legendary Walt Disney himself previewed his animated magic and brought his creative genius to the world. As I sat in those chairs looking around at the beauty of the theater for the last time, I thought, wow, if only these walls could talk. I sat there soaking in the energy and all the wisdom that was around me, and I thought of all those that I admire, those who have gone before me, the innovators, the entrepreneurs, the creative thinkers, those who think outside the box, take risks, solve problems, lead, and have such a strong passion to make a difference to help others. And as I thought about that, I see myself, and maybe you do too. The world needs leaders, innovators, entrepreneurs, those who are willing to take a risk and want to make a difference in the world, to be a positive and powerful voice. Where would the world be without the innovators, without the creators, without the entrepreneurs? Where would the world be without the creativity of Walt Disney? And the brilliance of some of the amazing women I admire, like Brene Brown, Sarah Blakely, Mary Kay Ash, Mel Robbins, and Jamie Kern-Lima. We can add Oprah too, right? But it takes courage to step forward and to believe in ourselves and take a risk and think outside the box. It matters personally and professionally because creativity drives us. It's like the gasoline that moves us forward. It unleashes our goals and our dreams and our passions. Walt Disney believed that our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. He also said it's kind of fun to do the impossible. He pushed boundaries, and he believed that creativity often flourishes when you're working on something that seems unattainable. Sarah Blakely, inventor of Spanx, said, "Embrace what you don't know, especially in the beginning, because what you don't know can become your greatest asset." She also said, "Believe in your idea, trust your instincts, and don't be afraid to fail." Pretty powerful, right? Brene Brown reminds us that there is no innovation and creativity without failure. Period. End of sentence, right? She encourages us to embrace vulnerability as a key to innovation. She said that courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. And I hope today that you feel seen and heard and loved and valued and reminded that you belong. And I am so glad you're here because you're here for a reason and you're listening in for a reason today. Mary Kay Ash, founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics, said, "You can't be successful if you don't believe in yourself. If you don't believe that you can achieve your goals, then you'll never start. Don't wait for someone to come along and give you a chance. Start now to make your own dreams come true." Mel Robbins started again Midlife by finding her voice and launching a podcast that rapidly grew to become a top podcast in the world. She reminds us that if you wait until you're ready, you'll never start, right? This underscores the importance of taking action even when you don't feel ready or prepared, especially as a midlife woman. Jamie Kern-Lima, founder of IT Cosmetics, an author and a podcaster, inspires us to trust our inner strength. She tells us that we are enough. We have something inside of us that is bigger than any obstacle, doubt, or fear. She says that doubt is the enemy of success. And wow, don't I know that, right? Doubt lives so largely on my shoulder, and maybe it does yours too. But she says that you have to believe that you're the one for the job, even when no one else believes it. Even when no one else believes it yet. My favorite quote from her is, "You just might be first." It's such a powerful statement about breaking through barriers and believing in ourselves, even when no one else does. And although we may not be as famous or well known as Walt Disney and these wonderful women that I've mentioned, it is a motivator and a reminder to keep moving forward. When we look at where they've been and what it took to grow their business, it empowers me, and I hope it empowers you to know that you can do things that seem impossible, and that creativity is often born out of those moments of a vision and thinking outside the box and having the courage to step forward and try something new. As I sat there thinking of other people that have gone before me, we did an exercise and something profound really hit me. I've been playing really small. Yes, even now, even after I've written my book, launched my podcast, created a course, started coaching, and all that, I realized I've been afraid to really verbalize and admit what my dreams and goals really are. Not to just myself, but to you also. My dreams are big, they're daunting, and they scare me. That's just honest. Big dreams scare us, don't they? Because we're afraid to admit that we have them. We're afraid to speak them because we don't want to be judged. We're afraid of what other people will think or say. And that's exactly why I decided to pause this past week and reevaluate and recalibrate. My vision has expanded, and I need to own it and be honest with it. I want you to step forward, and I want you to step forward and be her. I want you to be the amazing woman that God created you to be, especially in this season of life. And I want you to believe that you are capable and qualified and so much more powerful than you ever realized. My vision is to create a safe and nurturing space where women can not only find their voice, but also take courageous action and be true to who they are, and to launch a business or write a book or start a podcast, whatever that is that you want to do. And I want to celebrate you. And I think it's so important that we continue to lift each other up as we grow our businesses. One of my amazing clients that I have had the privilege of working with was really full of doubt when I really started working with her. She didn't believe in herself. She was nervous about her voice. She was afraid to show up on camera and really show who she was. And she was afraid people wouldn't understand her or really hear what she had to say. But I saw something magical in her. I saw her strength. I saw her bravery and how courageous she was. And as we started to work together, little by little, she started to believe in herself. And she took courageous steps and started showing up on video. And now I see her be this wonderful, brave, and confident woman, and she is beginning to soar. Not only did she discover her voice, but she's starting to believe in herself, and her confidence is just coming alive. And she's inspiring those around her as well. That's the ripple effect that we can all have when we encourage each other to step forward. While I was at Growth Day, I had a chance to listen to many incredible speakers, mostly men. They were sharing their journeys and their strategies and insights. Some of them I've heard speak before and some of them not. Of course, the wonderful Ed Milet, and there's John Gordon and Anthony Trucks, a former NFL player. Yes, powerful messages. But it was full of lots of testosterone, right? I sat there thinking, we need more women to rise up and amplify their voices and tell their stories. I realized that the world needs you and me with our ideas, our vision, our story, our voice. The world needs us to be brave and to do good, to step forward and make a difference in the world, where we've been and what we've learned and where we're headed. Whatever that experience you have in your life, the world needs it. The world needs to know what's possible. So if I were to ask you, what part of your life needs recalibration right now? Is it your business? Is it your confidence, your voice? Where are you on your journey? I'm here to empower you and help you step forward. I have an upcoming 6-week course, my Speak course, called Unlock the Power of Your Voice. It's a course that is designed to help you step forward and step into the power of your voice, whether you're doing that on video or on a podcast or just in your everyday life. But together we work through your fears, we build your confidence, and recalibrate how you show up in the world, authentically and powerfully, by being you. You deserve to be heard. So on October 10th, I will be starting my class, and it's a wonderful opportunity for you to learn how to amplify your voice and have greater impact. I'll put the details here in the show notes, but by the end of the 6 weeks, you will have the tools that you need to use your voice to grow your business, both practically and by just feeling empowered to show up as yourself authentically so that you can connect with your ideal audience. And we dive deep into all that and what it takes. But before we close, I would just like to empower you to recalibrate. And 3 ways to do that. Number 1, reflect and reassess your goals, just like I've done this past week. Take time to evaluate what's working, what isn't, what goals would you like to change. Journal your thoughts if you need to, or think about tools like SMART. Make your goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, right? Give them a time limit. Secondly, embrace mindfulness and take care of yourself. So that means kind of slowing down, getting in nature, journaling, doing activities that really calm you and help you just reconnect with yourself. There's nothing greater than just kind of slowing down, because when we're busy doing all the things, our creativity just goes out the door. We cannot do it. In fact, Alice Flaherty, a well-known neuroscientist and researcher, says that creativity thrives when there's this magic combination of 3 things. Number 1, when our mind is relaxed, when we're doing a mindless activity. That could be anything like walking, cooking, driving, taking a shower, and we have dopamine, or when we have dopamine in our brain. So that is stimulated anytime we are exercising or we're doing something we really enjoy or actually connecting with other humans. Pretty powerful, right? So make sure that you're taking that time to just stimulate that creativity and get off social media. That doesn't stimulate any creativity whatsoever. And then finally, get some support. So that's getting a coach or a mentor or taking a course, just like I'm talking about with my Speak course. I would love to help you, but equipping yourself will really help you move forward and get ready for the incoming year. There's no reason to wait until January. Start now. Start developing yourself, growing your business, and building a foundation that will really help you move forward. So as we move through this month, I want to encourage you to step forward and finish strong. Remember that you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are valued, and you belong. I'd love to help you. I hope to see you at Speak, and I'll put that here in the show notes as I mentioned. But until we meet again, keep stepping forward and have an amazing day. God bless. Well, thank you so much for being here and for listening in. I hope you have a few key takeaways that you can apply to your own life. And if you don't mind, if you could take just a few moments and leave me a review, I would love it. It lets me know that there are people out there on the other side of this microphone who are listening in and this has had an impact on their life. And just leave those 5-star reviews. That would be so awesome. Until we meet again, know that you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are valued, and you belong. Let's keep stepping forward. God bless.